All right, I guess we're gonna get started here. Everybody hear me okay? Closer. That's better. All right. I'll try to keep it up there, but if it drifts down, please let me know. Um, my name is John Sprague. I'm an applications engineer for EOS, and I'd like to talk to you about our Additive Minds programs for excellence in additive manufacturing. So, adoption rates for previous technologies are shown here. You see, back in the day when the electricity and telephones and cars, those were slow to get accepted and then immediately accepted afterward. Things like tablets and smartphones, the things on the far left, or my left, your right, adapted immediately. Things like tablets, cell phones, those kind of things. Everyone has one. I have two, everything like that. So, where does 3D printing fit in all this? 3D printing was invented somewhere in the 1980s, we'll say. Has it been adapted really quickly? I don't think so. It's random. But we have things, shows like this to get out the word that 3D printing is a real thing, and hopefully it gets adapted soon. But what's really stopping it? It's knowledge. This shows the top 5 companies in these past years. The ones in the red are tech companies. So 2001, Microsoft. 2006, Microsoft again. 2011, that company called Apple showed up pretty big. And then nowadays, every one of the top 5 companies is a tech company. Everything's moving toward tech. So what is innovation? Pretty salesy slide, but basically, innovation is turning great ideas into cash. I mean, that's kind of why we're here. We all work for these kind of tech companies, and that's what we want to get to. So additive manufacturing allows you to do innovative things, do things faster, do things quicker, do things better. So with things like radical innovation, everyone's heard about the GE fuel nozzle, taking a very complex part with a lot of intricate pieces and making it simpler but better. Cutting weight by 60%, increasing efficiency tenfold, things like that. Things like incremental innovation, Nike, the Gillette Venus, the ladies' razor. And then things that have no innovation tend to not generate that much revenue. So things with better design, better use of additive technology seems to be the way things are going. So briefly, we'll highlight the advantages of AM. Nowadays, most people know what it is, especially if you're at this conference. But additive manufacturing allows you to make or manufacture complex parts, things with intricate geometries that are more difficult to machine. You can actually use more difficult to machine materials, things like titanium and Inconel, things that are going to run down the tools on your subtractive machines. Customize individual parts. You can put multiple different types of parts on one machine, build them at the same time. There's no different setup or anything like that. Part A is set up the same way as part B. Put it through your computer system, slice it, print it. And just like the GE fuel nozzle, you can reduce complexity. Things that used to be 30-some parts can now be reduced into 3 assemblies, put together. They're stronger, they tend to work better, they reduce the weight. Easier to manufacture. So again, why are we all here? Why are we all doing this? This is a typical timeline for a subtractive part. You do some prototyping, maybe you got to set up tooling. That can take months depending on the part complexity. Then you got to remove the material, so cut it away. Post-processing if needed, heat treatment, polishing, all that. And then finally, you have to assemble it into its piece. Additive, it's very quick. You can try different designs, different prototypes immediately, and then move right to production. Post-processing, all that can happen pretty much simultaneously. You have a part that you want to change the design, there's no month-long time to set up tooling to do all that. You can do it right away. Freeing up your supply chain. What this is trying to show is that basically with many of your subtractive equipment, it's a long setup time to do that one specific part, right? So if you want to change that part, put different numbers on it, make a new through hole or bore or different surface finish, you have to reset up that entire job. With additive, I can build different parts on the same build. So if I want to do an experiment, a DOE, I can throw all those builds on the same build plate, look at them, figure out which is the best one, move on to production from then. As you can see, the one on the left is just one part over and over again, whereas with additive, we can do multiple different parts on the same job, no problem. So what's this all about? People say they want better technology. AM's all about technology. We can make better parts, better lasers, better machines, better materials, but none of that means anything unless we, as an industry, have a need to drive applications that are going to drive this market forward. So whereas technology is about technology, the transformation is about us, the people, customers. We have to find new ways to use this technology, find new applications that this is good for. And that's kind of where we are trying to come in. What we try to do, the Additive Minds group, it's been going on for Germany for, I don't know, about a year now. We've now moved it on to North America. So there's about 8 or 9 of us here in the US that are part of that group. And we offer things like a custom academy to help train you, if you're a customer of the EOS technology, how to be a, we'll call it expert, but I hate that word, a more advanced user. Things like consulting, we can come help you. So let's say you have a great idea, but you're not sure how to implement it, we can come help you do that. And then finally, we have innovation centers. So if you have great ideas, but you don't want to build them yourself, we can connect you with partners that can help you build them. This is all about if you want to have a great company, you need to have great people. So you can have the best machine possible, but if the guy that's running it doesn't know how to run it, it doesn't really matter. Customer Academy. So this is a list of the different kind of trainings that we offer. Things like on the bottom there, the innovation with 3D printing is just to get people to learn what 3D printing actually is. How are we using it today? Part screening and selection, what parts are good for AM, what parts aren't. If you're just CNCing a block, it's not going to be faster for you to do that additively. It's not a great idea. However, if your block has a bunch of conformal cooling tubes in it, maybe that's a good application for additive manufacturing. Design for AM, so taking your existing parts and designing them through the AM process. Parameter editor, that's changing the parameters with the EOS technology. Cost per part optimization, lattice structures, and melt pool monitoring, that's further on the road there. The AM Application Engineer Program. So this is something that is exclusive in Germany right now. We're working on setting one up here in North America. But we've partnered with a college of Wolverhampton. And basically what we do working with them is we can send one of your engineers to that facility and they just get full immersion additive manufacturing. It's kind of like learning a foreign language. The best thing to do is drop yourself off somewhere and just learn it. Same thing here. So we try to help you bring up the competence of people running the system so you can run it more effectively. It's a big investment to buy the machine. You want to make sure you're running it right away. Consulting. So someone like myself or someone from our team, we can come help you out. You have a great application, but you're not sure how to implement it for additive manufacturing. Be happy to help you. Things like part screening, 360 assessment, so how to set up your lab to be more efficient in additive. Operational qualification, making sure that your operators are qualified to do what they're doing, following the safety steps, making sure materials handled properly. And additive manufacturing qualification, AMQ. This is something we have with Encodema 3D out of Ithaca. So we basically went in, qualified them to be a service provider, if you will, for other people. So if people come to us saying, can you build us some of these parts? We want to try this out. Help us make those parts. All right, I guess we were one of the best consultant companies in 2017 over in Germany. That's great. I'm a pretty humble guy. I don't like that slide. Innovation centers. So these are like our home offices. So places like Novi, Michigan is one. Pflugerville, which is just outside of Austin, Texas is another. The home base, the mothership is in Crowling, Germany, just south of Munich. Those are the sites. So it's not just our sites. We have customer sites that are going to be set up as innovation centers as well. Encodema might be one. I think Precision ADM, they're set to be another one. So again, just more places for people to come see the technology so you don't have to travel all the way to Germany to come see our technology. It's very, very inefficient. So, all that sounds great, but does it actually work? Well, sure. We partnered with Audi. They came to us with problems, and we provided solutions. So they wanted to adopt additive. They wanted to use it with their production. And we had great success with that. We just published a case study. It's all over the internet. Just type in Audi 3D printing or Audi additive manufacturing. All of that stuff will pop up. It was a great project. It's good for both of us. They actually housed a few machines at our site, so we helped them. They have brought in their applications folks to work with us. So hand in hand, direct cooperation with EOS. So they pretty much got the best training they could possibly get. Down there, the EOS and Audi are literally driving the future forward. That's it. So this is a direct quote from them. With the help of EOS and Additive Minds, the possibilities for additive manufacturing and automotive applications are broadening exponentially. It's very nice of them to say that. So the Innovation Center, we talked about this as well. Basically, it allows us to kind of ramp up your competence level faster. Obviously, if you hang out with the experts, you're going to learn something eventually. But if you hang out with the experts at the innovation centers, you get to learn from the best. We learn from my customers as well. It's definitely a two-way street. Without that, you can do it alone. That's fine. It just might take you a little bit longer, in our opinion. Supporting your roadmap. So again, you don't have to do all of these. You don't have to do just one. We're pretty much a very flexible organization. We're custom to your needs. This is a custom industry now. Not every presentation is for everybody. So if you have specific needs, please let us know. I tried to be quick because I know you guys are running a little quick. But take a picture of that for my contact info because I was the guy that forgot business cards at a trade show. So time for questions afterwards. So that would be now. So if you have any questions, I'll be happy to have them. So we have, he asked where we're located. So we have two centers. One's in Novi, Michigan, so just west of Detroit. And the other one's in Pflugerville, which is northeast of Austin. Yeah. Again, the home base is in Munich. Nobody else? That's great. If you want, I'll be hanging out over there by the EOS TV if you guys have more questions you don't want to talk about. Otherwise, have a great show.